Impromptu video time. I've been asked how or where to buy this lanyard a number of times from some of you viewers and friends and whatever. Guys, I just tie it. It's super easy. You just need 2 strands. I take the one on the left, it goes over the one on the right. You make this kind of shape right here. Take the one on the left, go behind one from the right, go through this loop here, and pull it together. You gotta make sure they don't twist and you get it cinched up on the start. It helps to have whatever you're tying your lanyard to fixed to something and to keep it from flipping around, so you work on the same side so your knots stack up. That's what I call it, at least. So take the left, go under the right, take the right, go under the left, go through the loop, and there we go. Just cinch it up together. So I'm going for, I think I'm going for 12 knots on this one. I can never remember how much cord. Let's see, so I've already tied 2. Do I have a tape measure? I don't think I do. Here, I can do this though. Tell y'all how much I'm using. I started out, I always forget because it's so long between doing it. I did this one a second ago. So that is 17 inches. And I was only able to get 6 knots out of this before I got some small tail ends. So I guess somewhere around 35 inches, maybe 3 feet is what I'm using currently. Okay. Left over right. Right under left. Cinch it up. Oop. Maybe I will put this on. I don't know where I'm gonna upload this, to be honest. I just did the video on these things and then cut and was like, oh, let's put on my lanyard. Of course. Can't do it in a one take, and I've already started the upload for the video. So whatever. Maybe this will just be a related second video right beside it. I always work each side back and forth. Left on top of right, right under left. I don't know the best way to say that. Tying this knot for so long, I haven't had to think about it. It's lanyard. It's just called a snake knot. Snake lanyard knot or something. Okay, let's get this thing. Starts really cinching on it here. Pulling it off camera, sorry. Keep my orientation the same. I'm just clamping this with calipers just because it's what I had here. Let's turn this like that. Okay. Left over the right. Right. Under the left. Pull your loops through. And I find that keeping it oriented the same and everything keeps your knots more uniform looking too. Sometimes you can, the knots start to like twist, or will twist the other way, or sometimes you get one that the paracord gets a twist in it too, and it makes the knot look funny. You just kind of got to watch out as you're tightening it up. Let's see. Will this work as a clamp? This should work as a clamp. This is gonna be way better. Oh, maybe this won't work. I don't want to compress the buttons too hard. There we go. Cool. This will be way better for demonstration purposes. maybe. Or I guess at this point I can, there we go. You guys are seeing me learn as I go. Some kind of hard clamp would be way better. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, let's go for 12. That's how many I have on my puffer crash, and it's a good length for full palming. A lanyard, and it feels good and secure. It's not gonna be too wasteful. 3 feet of cord. So that means you need like a foot of cord for 4 knots. 1 knot takes 3 inches. Something like that. I'll do my math right there. Yeah, pretty cool. Let's do one more. And I'm gonna try it out in hand. Oops. First, before I cinch up these ends. Make sure it's a good feeling length. So this is actually maybe a little long. So we're gonna undo one. Man, tied that tight, huh? It's funny, I've got all these lathes and all this equipment here, and I've never made myself a marlin spike. We're gonna do one more, just because it seems unnecessarily long for my hand size. I wonder why compared to the puffer crash. I don't think I tied the knots any looser or anything. So just because it's actually, it ends up being shorter overall from cord length. Cool, all right. Got 2 knots hanging out at the bottom there. 1 to 2 knots hanging out there. I like it. Probably could have got this a little tighter up here. Could have. It's really hard to go back and, that one's pretty loose too. It's really hard to go back and tighten up other knots. Okay, and then finishing off the ends. Let's get another sharp knife back out. Sharp knife is ideal for paracord because you can just do that. Just takes a push cut. Paracord is pretty difficult to cut with a dull knife if you have never tried. And then, because these are all frayed, you can see the difference here. Use lower temperature part of the flame, so the blue, so you don't burn it. Melt it, melt it, melt it, melt it, melt it, and then push it into itself. You see the melted side versus the frayed side. There we go. That ain't going anywhere unless you just cut it off, you know. Kind of like how I did the little double loop right here. See that? This one was just a little single guy, so it's a little old doodle bopper flopping around. This is a little more solid. Feels more like one piece. Gonna make it harder to store, but I'm also not gonna store this in my box. This is going to live in here, I think. Yep. All right, and with that, guys, actually, I'm gonna leave it right there. There's a good spot for it. This one's gonna go to my wife. All right, for the second time today, I'm out.